Welcome to Xero Hero, a short video blog from HBA and Campus aimed to make your Xero journey easier. Please note that all the slides today have been created from existing Xero training videos. Xero has rapidly changed in the past few years, so sometimes the pictures that are used are old screenshots or overseas versions. Where possible, each session is followed by a live demonstration. If you have any queries regarding any content delivered today, feel free to contact me via email, victoria@hbaencompass.com.au or phone 0754 447094. Welcome to cash coding.
Cash coding is where you can actually go in and bulk code transactions. So if you have a lot of catch-up to do or a lot of payments to and from the same suppliers or customers, that you can cash code. And the best way to do that is to actually show you on Xero. Going on from that, if you know that you've got a lot of payments to either catch up on or a lot of deposits or transactions that are from particular parties that you know you haven't got accounts payable or accounts receivable for, if you click on cash coding, you can sort by anything that is blue. So we can sort by payee, and we can go and click them when you hit tab, see how it actually populates all of them? So what it means is we can now reconcile 5 transactions in a really quick and easy way. It's another tab. Now, not everyone has access to cash coding. Your accountant or whoever is a subscriber on your Xero account will activate it to you. It depends on when you're invited as a user whether you were given the cash coding button or not. If you haven't got it and you want to use it, simply ask the subscriber for it. The only downside to this is that if you go back to our dashboard and we're using accounts payable and accounts receivable, or accounts payable, that if you cash code it doesn't match to those bills that are sitting in there. So it's good if you're doing a catch-up. If you've got half a year's worth of work to do, then you've just put a big CSV in and getting yourself started. Or if you're not using accounts payable and receivable, but you can also use it to do the transactions that don't go through your accounts payable. So you could use it instead of doing a memorization, that you could go through and reconcile your loan payments that way or something like that. It's got regular payments coming in that don't have invoices. You can use it for payroll. So what you could do there is, if I go into reconcile and I go cash coding and I sort by payee, and that depends on how you pay your payroll. If you pay your payroll, you pay each employee separately. You could search by name or you could search by description. So if you would, in your description, you might say weekly pay Smith Enterprises. You would search by description to find all the weekly pays. Then you would click them all and allocate them to wages payable. So it's a nice, easy way of doing that one. Or the other way of thinking about it is that if you've gone into your bank and you've paid all your wages in one go, they're probably all in a line. So you can actually just click on them and hit whatever it is and then hit the account and do it. The other thing there is there is an uncheck button, or there's a check all button. The other thing is that it uses normal Windows logic. So if you click on one and hit Shift, it does them all. And then you can hit your control button and miss a couple and go to the next one. So for cash coding and getting things done in a hurry, it's really easy. Very, very easy. The other reason you could do this is if you use checkbooks, which some people still do. I had a client who run a shoe store, and he used to pay at the end of the month every one of his suppliers on the 30th by cheque. So your obvious thought process is, why would you put him on Xero? Because there's no internet banking and it's not going to work. But as far as a reconciliation tool, it's still a lot quicker. But what it would mean is that I could search by the payee or the reference, and the reference would come through with the cheque number. I would get his chequebook, and I go, okay, I start at cheque 215, and then he pays 30 to 245, and that's all his suppliers. I can just go click, 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 purchases, thanks for coming. So still a lot quicker than actually going in and typing in the whole cheque details. So very, very useful, cash coding. But again, use it with caution if you have accounts payable or accounts receivable, because otherwise if you're cash coding and not marking them off, then it's still going to show that they owe you money when they don't. Or even worse, if you use cash coding to reconcile, but then you go into your accounts payable and actually click on it and put the date that you've paid, what happens then is it doubles up in your bank account. So you'll have the one that you've reconciled, then the payment that you've made coming out, and that's when your balances at the top, your Xero balance and your bank account balance don't balance, and you bring us up and freak out and go, why is this so? So just keep in mind that if you are using debtors and creditors, that you need to do that part of it before you do your reconciliation, if that makes sense, or in that reconciliation doing your match and find and marking them off as you go. My name's Victoria Berry. I'm one of the directors of HBA and Compass. So if you need to contact me, my email address is victoria@hbaandcompass.com.au, or of course our phone number is 0754 44 7094. Thanks for listening.